Go. I know.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I have a fairy tale for you. In the beautiful city of Toronto, there lived a man with a dream to be king, pronto.
Yeah!
So he told all the people and he told all the town that he would patch up their potholes, he would repave their ground, he'd buy better buses to help get around. He'd turn all their frowns right upside down. He'd get rid of bike lanes that caused such disdain, but there was just one problem. That damned gravy train.
That damn gravy train! That damn gravy train! It rattles so loud, it hurts my wee brain. It roars through the libraries. It zooms down bike lanes. It slows down my car. It gives me migraines.
But most of all, what he hated was this.
Those damn pinko artists, the unions, poor people, and every optimist.
So he called all the people and he gave them a speech. The dangers of gravy trains he was going to preach. From high in his pulpit he wove such a tale that he knew would leave them all trembling and pale. For the gravy train cometh and it bringeth no repose, and they too would stop it, or so he supposed.
The gravy train will squash us with its economic footprint. It will slash us, it will beat us, it will drown us unless we stop it. It will steal away our riches and hike up all our taxes. So it really would be much more better if we all just axed it.
So the people agreed he was a great debater, and they put in their votes that he would be their new dictator.
Hooray!
He gleefully accepted and he made them this promise.
I vow on this day that the gravy train shall not cometh.
He started his fight by stepping up to the plate. To fight such a beast, he would have to lose weight. So he tried the diet, but with that damn train around, he had to take cover in the KFC part of town.
It seems that this train won't be easy to stop. Perhaps if I study, I might get on top.
So he opened a book, but his eyes went all afuddle.
Who's this Margu Atwu and the edible wobble?
People started to question just what they would gain if they indeed succeeded in stopping that train. The Pharisees' coffers were all but dried up. There were receipts for football and other weird stuff.
The way of spending money just isn't right. But I've been elected. You heard what they said. I can't give up now. The train isn't dead. I can't know what laws I don't know are stuck up in my head.
He went back to work and he rounded up men. They
Come on.
grabbed pitchforks and torches to put the train to an end. They burned and made cutbacks all through the town, following that gravy trail till the monster was found. It reared up on bike wheels with a mouth lined with books. Its voice was a ruckus of artists and crooks. And he said with his staff all lined up at his side,
You shall not pass. There's nowhere to hide.
So he ripped up the tracks and sent the train's crew out of town, then commandeered a TTC bus to get home, and then, for a well-deserved meal, he sat down. He had chocolate and bacon and apple pie and roast, and a giant golden turkey he looked forward to the most. He invited the town to come celebrate this gravy train victory that hath made him so great.
Cometh one, cometh all, and come fill your plate.
But at 5:15, there was no one around, and worse for his supper, no sauce to be found. He took a deep breath, but the air had gone stale. Could his glorious win be his great dinner's fail? There was nobody, and his turkey was dry, and it was at this moment that he started to cry. He cried for the libraries that couldn't give him a book. He cried because Tim Hortons couldn't teach him to cook. He cried for the buses that couldn't bring his guests on time. He cried when Mark Warrior Princess snuck up from behind.
Ah, call 911! Call 911!
He cried for the artist who would no longer entertain. He cried enough for 10 fools whose hours he'd just slain. He cried and he cried and he cried out in vain.
Oh why did I stop the gravy train?
He looked out the window and saw the people were mad.
But Big Brother Doug said nothing would go bad.
And then maybe he realized, though he couldn't quite admit, that not everything the gravy train had to offer was shit. Sure, it costs money and we all have to pay, but aren't some things, just some things, worth it anyway?
Yeah.
Like public transportation and safe places to ride. Like good books to read and warm places inside. Like great food, clean air, and Torontonian pride. But a good gravy train, it never really truly dies. So he walked through the door one fine summer's day and called for the gravy train.
Come and take me away!
He gave up being Toronto's great dictator and settled instead for a plate of fries smothered in gravy.